Good morning, dear students. The next topic in water resource management is drought conflict over water. Drought, as you know, सूखा जो होता है उसको drought कहा जाता है. So there are certain conflict between some states over the irrigation matter, over canals. Drought conflicts is also there. Drought prone areas program. The Drought Prone Areas Program was initiated as an integrated area development program in 1973. The program was conceived as a long-term measure for restoration of ecological balance and optimum utilization of land, water, livestock, and human resources to mitigate the effect of the drought in and the drought-prone areas. The program has the following three basic objectives: to conserve, develop, and harness land and other natural resources, including rainfall, with a view to improve and restore the ecological balance; to minimize adverse effect of drought on crops and livestock production through integrated development of land, water resources, and adoption of the you can say appropriate technology. Third, to ultimately achieve drought proofing of the project areas through integrating and dovetailing the activities under this program with state sectoral plan and special programs. The program is under implementation in 615 block of 91 district in 13 states. Present coverage of the program is based on the recommendation of the task force on DPAP, that is the drought prone area program, and DDP, which was started in 1982, and it includes the desert development program as modified by the interdepartmental group 1984. Total area covered under the program is about 5.54 lakh square kilometer, and the total population in the areas covered by the program is about 775 lakh. The funds for the program are shared by the central government and the states concerned on a 50-50 basis. An outlay of rupees 237 crore was provided for the program in the central plan for the 7th plan period, that is a 7 5-year plan period. Then second is desert development program. The objective of this program include controlling the process of desertification, mitigate the effect of drought in the desert areas, restoration of ecological balance in the affected areas, and raising productivity of land, water, livestock, and the human resources in these areas. The objective are sought to be achieved through activities such as forestation with special emphasis on sand dune stabilization, shelter belt plantation and grassland development, soil and moisture conservation, and water resource development. The program covers 131 blocks of 21 districts in 5 states. It also covers whole areas of Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. The area covered under this program is about 3.62 lakh square kilometers, and the population area covered is about 150 lakhs. This program is implemented with 100% central financial assistance. In 1989-90, allocation were made at the rate of rupees 24 lakh per 1000 square kilometer. The ceiling per district hence will be rupees 500 lakh. For cold desert areas, a lump sum provision is made, the rate being rupees 100 lakh per district per year for Himachal Pradesh and rupees 150 lakh district per year for Jammu and Kashmir. Then there is an interstate water dispute. The water wealth of India is enormous. The National Water Policy of 1987 recognizes river basin as a unit for the purpose of harnessing the water potential. Reasons for differences: major river basin of the country are और ऑल ऑलमोस्ट इंटर स्टेट, दो स्टेट्स के बीच में, क्योंकि पहले ये बेसिकली जो हमारे यहाँ पर स्टेट्स का फॉर्मेशन हुआ है, राज्यों का जो गठन हुआ है, वो जो पहले राज्य हुआ करते थे राजा महाराजाओं के टाइम पे, उसके आधार पे हुआ है। और पहले लोग किस तरह से एक स्टेट को, एक राज्य को दूसरे राज्य से डिवाइड करते थे ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ अ रिवर। कोई घाट होता था, कोई रिवर होती थी, एक बैंक पर एक राज्य है, दूसरे बैंक पर, दूसरे किनारे पर दूसरा राज्य है, दूसरा स्टेट है। तो by this we can find that the major river basin of the country are almost interstate। एक states, अलग अलग states में मतलब एक यू कैन से कि जो रिवर है वो डिवाइड करिए दो स्टेट्स को। विथ सो मैनी रिवर्स फ्लोइंग थ्रू more than one state, it is a natural phenomena that differences would rise sometime or other amongst concerned states with regard to the use and distribution and control of water of such rivers। जैसे कि नर्मदा रिवर डिस्प्यूट रहता है हमेशा आंध्र प्रदेश साइड में। This is especially so in view of the rapid pace of water resources development to meet the increasing demand of irrigation, hydropower generation, domestic industrial water supply, etc. Efforts to resolve disputes. Efforts are made as far as possible to resolve all disputes by negotiations amongst states concerned or with the assistance of the center. Adjudication through tribunal is resorted to when warranted. Several of interstate water dispute have been resolved in the recent past. Some of these are agreements regarding the construction of Thin Dam on the Ravi River, Barakar, Ajoy, Mayurakshi, Mahananda, Subarnrekha and Kanhar rivers. Some common rivers between Madhya Pradesh and Odisha, and some between Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh. Sharing of river waters of the Krishna, the Godavari, Narmada by concerned basin states have been settled through respective tribunals set up by the government under the Interstate Water Dispute 1956. The Rabi and Beas Water Tribunal, which was set up on 2nd April 1986. In August 1987, a further reference was made to the tribunal comprising a suo motu reference by the central government and reference received from Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan government seeking explanation guidance on certain points in the report. Two major interstate river dispute have not yet been resolved, जो कि जैसे कावेरी और यमुना के बीच में है, these related to the utilization of waters of Kaveri and the Yamuna. The Kaveri water dispute had to be referred to a tribunal are still continuing, keeping in view the response of the party states concerned. It should be possible to find solution of the Yamuna water dispute without recourse to a tribunal. Then the boards and committees, boards and committees. Necessary boards and committees are formed to resolve this dispute if any dispute arises amongst the state on the water distribution and allied issues. Then first is the Bansagar Control Board. In pursuance of interstate agreement among Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, the Bansagar Control Board was constituted in 1976 with headquarters at Rewa, Madhya Pradesh by the Ministry of Water Resources for efficient economic and early execution of Bansagar Dam and connected works on the Son River. Then Sardar Sarovar Construction Advisory Committee, Vadodara in Gujarat, was set up in accordance with the direction of the Narmada Water Dispute Tribunal for scrutinizing, estimating technical features, designs of Unit 1 and 3rd dam and power portions, and annual works programs of the project in Gujarat, which is an interstate project benefiting Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Rajasthan. The dam and power house complex was completed by 1998. The project was expected to irrigation about 18 lakh hectare in Gujarat and provide 1450 megawatt hydropower for peaking. Statutory bodies. 4 statutory bodies are functioning under the Ministry of Water Resources. First is the Narmada Control Authority, and that was set up in pursuance of the decision of Narmada Water Dispute Tribunal, and it started functioning in December 1980 and was further strengthened during 1987 and 1990. The authority coordinates and directs Narmada Basin Development Project and takes such measures as are necessary or expedient for protection of environment, and also prepares schemes for the welfare and rehabilitation of outseas and other affected persons. Then second is Brahmaputra Board. The government constituted the Brahmaputra Board under the Brahmaputra Act 1980 with the specific object of preparing a master plan for controlling flood and bank erosion and improvement of the drainage of the Brahmaputra Valley. Jurisdiction of the board include the Barak Valley. Then third is the Betwa River Board. The Rajghat Dam project on the Betwa tributary of Yamuna is an interstate project of Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh in accordance with the interstate agreement between the two states in 1973. Betwa River Board was constituted under the Betwa River Board Act 1976 for early execution of Rajghat Dam project. Then the last board, or we can say committee, is the Tungabhadra Board. Tungabhadra Board is in charge of the common portion of Tungabhadra project. Krishna Nadi par bana hua hai. The Krishna Water Dispute Tribunal had made specific provision in the award for the use of Tungabhadra waters by Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. The responsibility for carrying out this specific provision relating to the use of Tungabhadra water has been entrusted to the Tungabhadra Board by the tribunal. The board is also regulating the water for irrigation, hydropower generation and other uses of the right bank. So that's it about today's lecture, students. Thank you very much.